Once upon a time, we had big dreams about our futures. We wanted to be astronauts, and maybe time travelers, policemen to catch all the bad guys, great athletes and musicians, and famous movie stars. I wanted to be a princess, and a magician, a pianist, a prima ballerina, a Broadway singer, a spy, and a millionaire. There was something so wonderful about one day becoming everything that I dreamed of that sparked my childhood fantasies. But one day, someone told me that 62 million girls are denied an education all over the world, that women in full-time jobs still earn only 77% of their male counterparts, that 1 in 5 women on a US college campus has experienced sexual assault. I've never stopped dreaming, not as an immigrant, not as a first-generation college student, and certainly not as a woman. Women's empowerment is about becoming everything that I dream of chasing my dreams in spite of my circumstances. When I was 7 years old, my family and I immigrated to the United States. I was quite excited about the entire idea, a new house, a new school, and lots of new friends, until I realized just how far behind I was compared to everyone else. That very first year of school, I scored a 1 point out of 600 points on my state standardized test. To this day, I'm still amazed that anyone still believed in me at all after that. But my parents told me that it was no use comparing myself to anyone else. All I had to do was try my best, and that was enough. So in high school, I did try my best. I became my class valedictorian, a 2-sport varsity captain, and club president. And then later, when it was time for college, it was my friends this time who inspired me to push beyond my circumstances. As a first-generation college student, I, too, dreamed and romanticized about going to an Ivy League and dancing my way through college. So I followed my dreams all the way to the East Coast. And even though it took me 2 years of failed auditions, I finally made it my 3rd year, and I've since choreographed 2 dances for my college dance troupe. You see, in these last 4 years, I've gained an incredible confidence as a woman, swayed by great professors and mentors who believed in my abilities. I've served as the chief lending officer of the university's $6.8 million credit union, the first and only student-run financial institution in the Ivy League. From a bank teller to a loan officer, and finally a member of the board of directors, I have trained over 50 employees, underwritten hundreds of loans, and oversaw a $200,000 portfolio as an empowered female leader. Women's empowerment is a journey of extraordinary self-discovery. But if you haven't figured it out yet, this speech isn't for the women in the audience. It's for the men. Gentlemen, women's empowerment is also your empowerment. I can't tell you what it's like to be one of the 62 million girls without an education. I can't tell you what it's like to be discriminated against in the workplace. And I have no idea what it feels like to be sexually abused as a woman. I have not experienced any of these things, but neither have you, gentlemen. Yet this is the truth. I achieved everything that I did because no one told me otherwise. I'm thankful because my father has always treated me like his firstborn son. My brother is my greatest supporter. and my friends model what we wish to see in the world: respect, kindness, and integrity to all, regardless of gender. So to you, fathers, grandfathers, husbands, sons, and boyfriends, you have a profound influence on the important woman in your life. You have the option to be her confidant, her best friend, and her greatest supporter. You can give her a strength that no one else can. And you always have the choice to be there for her, especially when the world isn't so kind. So, I might not be a princess, but I can tell you that dreams do come true. And together, it is possible for all of us to create and design our own happily ever after.